Good day, my dear students. Hope you're all doing well. എല്ലാവർക്കും സുഖാന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു and hope you're all enjoying your holidays. And I wish that we can all see you soon in our classroom environment. So today also we are going to learn history, the rest of that chapter. It's just when you divide the word history, അതിലൊരു story എന്ന് പറയുന്നൊരു word വരും അല്ലേ? So listen to this video as if you are hearing a story. And നമ്മൾ 10th-ലാണ്, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് പോയിന്റ്സ് ഒക്കെ ഓർത്തിരിക്കണം. നമ്മൾ ബോർഡ് എക്സാം എഴുതുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ ആ ഒരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കൊടുക്കാം. So hope you will enjoy this video too. So in the last video you must have heard, I hope you have all heard the last video, and in the last video we have discussed about 3 main keywords. What were they? Utopia, second was absolutism, and the third was the concept of nation state. So thank you for listening and responding. So now we are moving into the next section, that is the French Revolution and the idea of nation. So this portion is deserves some kind of importance. So let's dig up. So, in 9th standard, you must have all learned about French Revolution, right? So, French Revolution was occurred in 1789. So, these were the basic idea, and I know you have all know this fact. You all know this fact. So, why did this revolution actually happen? This revolution actually happened to overthrow the monarchy, right? Monarchy and the existing social differences and all. After French Revolution, there happens to be many changes. Uttiri changes undai. And the 2 main changes are, it led to the transfer of sovereignty from monarchy to a body of French citizen. What is sovereignty? That is power. So after French Revolution, the power was transformed from monarchy to a body of French citizen. So that was the first change. And the second change was that revolution proclaimed that now on, people are the one who are going to shape the nation's destiny. That is second change. These 2 changes are being highlighted here with this violet color. So the first change was that the power was shifted from monarchy to a body of French citizen. And the second was that now on, the nation's destiny will be in the hands of the citizens of the France. It's important that the people of France should have a collective identity. To bring out a sense of collective identity among French people, different measures were introduced by the French revolutionaries. And these measures, which I have highlighted with the yellow color, please go through that. And at total we have 7 points. Try to memorize as many points as you can. We can learn it with the help of keywords. പേടിക്കണ്ട, ഇത്രയും ഹൈലൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തൊക്കെ ഇട്ടേക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. It's just 7 points, and try to memorize as much points as you can. Okay. The first point is that la patrie and les citoyens was emphasized. La patrie, that means the fatherland, and les citoyens means the citizen. So the idea that the France is my fatherland, ഇതെൻ്റെ മാതൃരാഷ്ട്രമാണ് എന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഇന്ത്യ എൻ്റെ മാതൃരാഷ്ട്രമാണ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോലെ France is my fatherland എന്നൊരു ഐഡിയയും and I am the citizen of France എന്നൊരു ഐഡിയയും these 2 ideas were emphasized to bring out a unity and bring out a sense of nationalism among the people. The second step they taken was that the introduction of French tricolor flag. So that French tricolor flag was introduced, replacing the flag of royal standard. So that was the second thing. A flag is necessary for a country, right? And next is the third point. The term Estate General was renamed as National Assembly. Earlier we know that the France was divided into different estates. People of French was divided into different estates, clergy, nobility, and the third estate, which includes peasant. So അവർക്കൊരു representative group ഉണ്ട്. അതിനെയാണ് എസ്റ്റേറ്റ് ജനറൽസ് എന്ന് വിളിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. So they were elected, but they were renamed as National Assembly. ആ ഒരു നെയിമിൽ തന്നെ ഒരു നാഷണലിസ്റ്റിക് ഫീലിംഗ് വരുത്താനാണ് അവിടെ നോക്കുന്നത്. And the fourth thing, which is very important, നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലോർത്തിരിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ആണ്, that is new hymns were composed oaths were taken and martyrs were commemorated. Hymns എന്ന് തന്നെ എന്താണ് ചെറിയ സോങ്സ് ആണ്. So hymns were composed which could praise the nation, നേഷനെ പ്രകീർത്തിക്കുന്ന, or which could invoke the sense of nationalism. So such songs were composed. നമ്മൾ ഇന്ത്യയുടെ കേസ് എടുക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ we have example like വന്ദേ മാതരം അങ്ങനത്തെ സോങ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. Oaths were taken and martyrs were commemorated. So who are martyrs? Martyrs are the one who died in the name of nation. They were remembered. All was done to instill the sense of nationalism in the French citizens' mind. The fifth point is that a uniform law introduced for all the citizens. As I have said earlier, the France was divided into 3 estates like clergy, nobility and peasants, and the law was different for each estate. Now on, there is a common or uniform law for all citizens with the help of a centralized administrative system. Earlier, France happened to be divided into different territories. So within France, there was internal custom duties or dues. That is, when we are moving from one territory to another within France for trade purpose, you had to pay custom duties or dues. After French Revolution, these internal custom duties and dues were abolished, and a uniform system of weights and measures was adopted. That was another. That is the 6th change. And 7th one is that earlier, as I have said, France was divided into different territories. There occurs to be different regional dialects. So these use of regional dialects were discouraged, and use of French as a common language of the nation was encouraged. Regional dialects in the use കുറച്ചു French and the language it is being used as a common language of the nation. So that was the 7th point. So now let's go for a quick revision. Try to remember the keywords with me. Language of the nation. So that was the 7th point. So now let's go for a quick revision. Try to remember the keywords with me. So be with me and try to tell the keywords. So first was la patrie, la citoyen. These ideas were emphasized. Second was the introduction of French tricolor flag. Third, Estate General term was renamed as National Assembly. Fourth, hymns composed, oaths taken and martyrs were commemorated. Fifth is the introduction of uniform laws for all citizens. Sixth is abolishment of internal custom duties and dues. Seventh is the discouragement of regional dialects, and French was being a common language of the nation. So that's all about these 7 points. When the France got liberated, the rest of the European states were still under monarchy. The French revolutionaries thought that it was their duty to liberate other European countries and make them nations. So, as France got liberated, the French revolutionaries thought that ഇത് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഡ്യൂട്ടിയാണ് ബാക്കി European states who are still under monarchy liberate ചെയ്യണം. So, when the news of French liberation spread across other cities of Europe, students and other members of the educated middle classes began setting up Jacobin clubs. What was these clubs doing? They were discussing about the happenings of France and wants the same kind of liberation in their states too. Their activities helped French armies to move into Holland, Belgium, Switzerland and much of Italy in 1790, carrying the idea of nationalism. French armies അവർ യൂറോപ്പിൻ്റെ മറ്റ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് or empires-ലേക്ക് പോവുകയാണ് to make them liberate, as they think that it is their duty to make the rest of the Europe liberate as France. Keeping that much part of the story aside, let me tell you something about Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte. He was a good public speaker and was actually the commander of French army. After indulging in wars in Austria, Italy and all, he came back to France. He was actually the commander of the army. After he came back to France, He seized political power in France in the year of 1799. He crowned himself emperor in 1804. So after coming back, he crowned himself as the emperor of France during the year of 1804. He was very shrewd, he was ambitious, and was a skilled militant strategist. He successfully waged war against various coalitions of European nations and expanded his empire. So, Napoleon എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആൾ ആക്ച്വലി ഒരു കമാൻഡർ ആയിരുന്നു ഫ്രഞ്ച് ആർമിയുടെ. ആഫ്റ്റർ കമ്മിങ് ബാക്ക് ടു ഫ്രാൻസ് കമാൻഡിങ് ദ ആർമി to different European states, he came back and he declared himself as an emperor. Students, I will be attaching a link to an interesting animated video in the classroom where you will be getting more details about Napoleon's life. Please go through it after watching my video. Now coming back to our point in page number 6, sentence 3, third sentence, that is, through a return to monarchy, Napoleon had no doubt destroyed democracy in France. So, France had attained democracy or liberalism through French Revolution during the year of 1789. Return to monarchy, അതായത് return to monarchy എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നെപ്പോളിയൻ വരുന്നതോടെ ആ ഒരു ഡെമോക്രസി മാറുകയാണ്. They are again returning back to monarchy under the leadership of നെപ്പോളിയൻ. അത് പിന്നെയും ഒരു റിട്ടേൺ ടു മൊണാർക്കി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വെൻ നെപ്പോളിയൻ എംപറർ ആയ ടൈമിനെയാണ് ഈ ഒരു റിട്ടേൺ ടു മൊണാർക്കി എന്ന് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. The arrival of Napoleon, France had got both advantages and disadvantages. I have highlighted the advantages in the textbook with blue color, as you can see on screen. There are just 4 main points in this section. Advantages includes his revolutionary principles in the administrative field, which makes the system more reasonable and efficient. So, with the coming of Napoleon and being Napoleon as a ruler, he had made some changes in the administrative field. And it looks more reasonable and efficient than earlier. കുറച്ചുകൂടെ reasonable ആയിട്ട് തോന്നി the changes which he brought. Main advantage was the introduction of Civil Code 1804. Remember, he crowned himself as emperor on the year of 1804. So, Civil Code 1804, it's also known as Napoleonic Code. The introduction of this Napoleonic Code in the administration, 4 main things actually happened, and it was very advantageous for the French citizen. First was that it took away the privileges the French citizens got by birth, and everyone was equal before law, and everyone got the right to property. So, as you may know, before French Revolution, the French society was divided into 3 estates: clergy, nobility, and peasants. These clergy and nobility people, they got some privileges by birth. They had got the right to property, but peasants did not have such rights. So this privilege was took away with the section of Napoleonic Code. Second point is that Civil Code abolished feudal system and freed peasants from serfdom and manorial due. What is feudal system? It was common before French Revolution. Peasantry, that is the third estate, അവർക്ക് right to property ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു. And they were given land if they serve a king or a lord. ആ ലാൻഡിൽ പെസൻസ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് they had to pay rent also. ആ റെൻറ്റിനെയാണ് മനോറിയൽ ഡ്യൂസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പം അവർ സെർവും ചെയ്യണം, ഈ ലോർഡ്സിനെ കിങ്സിനെ ഇവർ സെർവും ചെയ്യണം, and they have to pay this dues or rent also. This system was abolished with the help of Napoleonic Code. Point is that it's the abolishment of guild restriction. What is guild restriction? Guild restrictions are the restrictions on trade. And the transport and communication system was also improved with the help of Napoleonic Code. And fourth and the last point is that a uniform law, standardized ways and measures, common currency exchange was introduced. This helps in the exchange of goods from one region to another, and it became easy for the trade. That became a great advantage to workers and businessmen. This Napoleonic code was not only introduced in France but also under the regions of French control like Dutch Republic, Switzerland, Italy and Germany. Disadvantages of the Napoleonic rule, and the next section of the class will be carried on in the next video. Thank you children, thank you for listening, and thank you for doing the previous assessment. Hope you will do the assessment which is attached to this video also. Thank you.